Welcome back, my dear Pisces. The sun now is in Sagittarius, and the sun is highlighting the moon in your sign. And the combination of these two are telling a story. Let's maybe put it this way, because the sun is highlighting the moon, and we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and here Aries. So a succession of 6 zodiac signs that are telling a story here. A succession in itself a path, and to always bow down to one. We always find the center, we always find our spine, the forward bend, the looking within, understanding what is this message that is wanting to come to you from within, which is right now, at this point, the reading that I am giving. The moon is 55.3% full. There's a website I have, and it's moving, and I can see how it's moving. So now 55.3 is the number 13, is the number 4, is the Emperor, is Aries. So it's speaking of a path that you have been on from November over to now, into Capricorn, into Aquarius, into Pisces, until the beginning of spring. The story is speaking to you now through the cards, and the stories always go up, inhale to the guardian angel, see the guardian angel, and then bring down the moonlight, bring down the evolution down to earth, like dreams, like visions, like mystical moments that are coming here to planet Earth, or even the dreams, right? Here the grandmothers, she's putting the dreams into her head, and she is dreaming her world into being. Very beautiful already. Here I can tell a story by itself, and now even the sun is coming out. Look at that. It's saying, yeah, this is a path that you are on to find yourself, to be with yourself, to find this guardian angel that is highlighted by the sun behind there. Here it's Jupiter. I'm about to paint these cards new again, because it's just happening that when I'm finished one, that more wants to be said about these cards. You are the Knight of Cups. You are walking into the future, bringer of the love, bringer of a true love, a love that is holy, a love that is inspiring us, giving us wings, right? So you even have water element here. You have wings. These emotions give you wings. So it's almost like you going up in the air like steam, like mist. If your birthday is between February 8th and March 11th, then you are the Knight of Cups, the searcher of the Holy Grail. Sagittarius is experience, and you are existence. So the existence of these experiences are important to you. The Sagittarian energy is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the wise one, is the leader, is that free spirit that is going out. And you are ruled by Neptune, which is the dreamer, which is the visionary, the mystic, the idealist, and even the guru. So let's begin. The first card, look at this, how beautiful. The first card, oracle card, is the creativity oracle. Then after that I have the animal spirit oracle. And then I have the elemental oracle. I'm going to keep all these books here in case I want to look deeper into them. Good, let's begin. So, where are you going? Right? I'm going to look into where you're going, my dear Pisces. And the first card that is coming out is this one from the Creativity Oracle. These are made of fabrics, very beautiful cards, very intricate, giving you a feeling of how I can tell the story, right? It's these pictures that make me speak. Now, you, by looking for this path or this holy grail, like I said, it began in the 1111 portal, because the number 55.3, it's the number 13, which is then the 4, is Scorpio, is the death card, which is the number 13. And the number 13 is here with Sagittarius here. Scorpio begins going to you in this card in the center, and then going to continue with the Emperor. So it's this 6-month quest and search, and you are right now in the 2nd month, and it began on the 1111 portal. That's the feeling I get. The 1111 portal is what started it, the death card, the letting go. You began your search to go deep within, and it's the November central aspect of the fall, and is ending at the beginning of the spring equinox. So you're becoming inspired, searching for the Holy Grail, and it's very interesting. It's almost like the mountain is continuing up here. See that? And you have had it quite easy, but the most difficult part is still coming. But you have help from a spirit animal, which is the butterfly, which is letting you know that this search is going up the mountain. And the further up the mountain you get, the more you will find the inspiration to continue this maybe sometimes even quite difficult path that you're on. But when you go, you will have help. You will have someone leading the way. You will have someone that is saying, I am watching, I'm observing you. And it's the Egyptian culture. It's a culture that is very ancient and even said to be visited by extraterrestrials, because these chambers within the Sphinx and within the pyramids are still mysteriously discovering chambers that we cannot get in. So there is something saying, go and find this path. Then comes, as you can see, then it's almost like it's a light beam. This path up the mountain is then opening up a circle. It's almost like a light beam that is helping you to find the other energy as a spirit animal. And the otter is a water sign, so it's like you. And the otter comes further up then you quite at the beginning of the animal chain of the water animals, because you're Pisces, right? And you connected with the reptilian brain. So this is already a mammalian brain. So it's almost like you are going into an evolutionary state of going up the ladder or deeper within into changing from a reptilian to a mammalian brain. The other is unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Wow, right? So it says here, perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Wow. I mean, just this one sentence is enough, right? And it's what I see. It's so crazy. I mean, these cards, the way I'm doing these reading now is really cool. I love it, right? So I had the other day, I had to do the reading again because the information was so intense. I had to do it again. So let's see, maybe I get it right with you the first time. But hey, so you see, there is something on the quest for love, on the quest for the highest love, is bringing you to a bliss, is bringing you to a sphere, like a circular energy. It's almost like this path is worth to be taken. This path is leading up, is being supported by the transformational energy, and being even supported by a very ancient culture. And maybe you should go and look deeper into these kind of ancient traditions that are now resurrecting more and more, because people lose their meaning to what does it mean to have a spiritual awareness, right? What does it mean? And as you can see, if I shift the picture a little bit up, it's almost exact on the edge of this circle. You see this? This is crazy. And here too. It's this mountain that you gonna go up. Is you're ready. You're ready to take this path and find the bliss here. What comes then after? I'm gonna put this back down. Then is this elemental card, which is the silence, the snow. So this infinite bliss is then putting you into the natural state, and the silence that we experience when we are in this blissful energy is what this card is literally accumulating, or like an accumulation of those feelings when we are in the bliss state. That's the silence. We witness silence. We witness everything, right? If we're in nothing, we witness everything. If we're in everything, we cannot witness really the silence. It's difficult because the everything is distracting us. So we have to be very focused. So of course you can reach that, and that's the path in the end. The path is to overcome the difficulties of everything into nothing. But from nothing, we can see that everything is in the nothing. So here you have a door opening, a spiritual door opening. Now the numbers or the name of this card, I didn't really want to get distracted by a name. I wanted to see the picture, is to visualize the number 54, the number 9. A completion is happening here. When we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience of reality. This is the number 9, and this card is the number 7. As you can see, so you go from the 9 back down into the number 7. It's almost like you going back down, but in the tarot or in the mystical Kabbalistic sense, we go down to go to the highest. In the Indian perspective, we go from the 1st to the 7th chakra. So is this now the 7th chakra, or is this from 10 going down to 7, which is the 7 is the number of higher spirituality as well in the Kabbalistic tree of life, which is Netzach. Netzach is then here a higher spirituality. And because it's snow, snow is water, and it's a higher spirituality in your imagination and in your creativity. And it says, when we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience of reality. Now, I did say Sagittarius is all about experience, and you are all about existence. So you're finding the experience of getting into this silence, of getting into this beam, and you see how the light is framing those snow, and we do get sometimes blinded by the snow. We do get, very interesting enough, sometimes totally like blinded into what a spiritual experience really means. It's your experience and cannot be replicated to no one else. So this is your experience, and no one else will ever have this experience than the way you have this experience. And it will come to you because you are searching, you are the dreamer, you are the one that is visualizing, right? And the card says, develop your abilities to visualize. And the Netzach, the 7, here in this blinding whiteness, in this blinding energy of snow, it's the imagination and the creative that is going to be developed. Okay, so the first 2 cards that come up is the number 49, the keys on trees, and then the Page of Cups. Wow, 5.5. The number 15, which is a number 6, and 5, which I'm not really calculating together, which is a spiritual number, and it's literally saying that these 4 cards are a prediction of something that is coming to you, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hold all of them the way I would like to, but you get the idea. You are going here, and this is why it's 5, and you will find a spiritual opening in your life. You will then hopefully not trap yourself in that spiritual level, which is the number 7. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stages. So you are up here grounded in your spiritual message, but you also got to find the key to then this spiritual message that can trap you. Nevertheless, you get the Page of Cups, which is connected to you, and all the other water signs, which is Scorpio and Cancer. All 3 are connected to the page. It's not one person. It's only the knights, the queens, and the kings that are connected to the zodiac signs. The pages are the young generation. So there's then a new consciousness that is coming to you by this spiritual message, because the number 49, the keys on trees, is believe in yourself, solutions, and creativity. So there's an elephant captured in a cage, right? But the elephant is not distressed. He is looking for the key that is that are hanging around him. So he can release himself into nature. He can free himself and then you are almost getting out of something that you have experienced in this silence. It's almost like this continuous. You see this up here with the trees. Wow, it's really amazing. Like, I'm starting to really have these, it's like this card continues here. You see this up here? All the other cards, they had this connection to the picture. And here we have the number 49, which is then again the number 13, the number 4 to the beginning of the number of where the moon was, right? So it's saying, yeah, this moment was captured by the moon, and you are realizing at the beginning when you were taking this journey up the mountain, saw the bliss, saw the snow, saw the light, then you're here and you are now realizing it continues. It's not like it's frozen, everything is frozen in time and space and everything is going to be perfect from there on. No, you are holding on to this experience that you had, and it's going to make you fly in love. And that's what it's bringing to you. You are flying in love, and when we fly in love, you see what's happening is the 4 of Swords and the Justice coming next. 4 of Swords is to rest, is to go deep within, is to understand the experience that you had. And it's the 555 moment here, right? 555 is like a higher consciousness speaking to you. It's like a portal. It's like it said, it's began in the 11th of the month, which is a Scorpio month, the 11/11 portal, right? Here's 11 and here's 11. So you are now digesting all of that, and you are realizing, oh my God, I am having this very deep spiritual message coming to me, and it's gonna make me strong and powerful, and even to a point where I can help to bring more justice to this world. Because after that you have the Page of Swords, which is the bringer of new messages, the bringer of new ideas, the bringer of actions, of the Ace. And the Ace is always that creative new idea that she is literally sensing. I mean, she's constantly reading and tiptoeing over the sword to new pathways, but all of it needs to land in her brain, in her neural network, and it's literally dropping down to her. And that dropping down to her is now what's really interesting. You have both of them reverse coming up, the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. Your path until spring. Until spring, the number 4, at the beginning through the moon, how full the moon was, and it started to initiate you. And then we have the number coming up again, the number 4 here. So we began with a 4, in between a 4, and you ending in the 4. And the healing, when it reverse, right? When a card is reverse, there is something speaking to you more insistingly to learn about controlling or suppressing your emotions, feeling insecure, a need to listen more, irrationality, emotional blackmail, being melodramatic, an opportunity to be responsible for your own emotions. Yeah, so maybe you are getting more responsible and for your emotions, and starting to realize that you have no control over nothing. That the message that is coming down here to you is that you are on a path, and the path within, the path that is spiritual, that begins so innocently with this beautiful cup, she's also a water sign. She's the Cancer. She is the summer solstice, right? And you are learning to let go. You're learning to let go, and you're learning to fly. It's like you got to understand, maybe that's also why the fourth sword is reversed, because usually that's how it would look like, but it's reversed when we go inwards. It doesn't matter if it's up, pointing upwards or pointing downwards, right? Because within we don't see a direction, it's just everywhere. And so even if it's pointing down, it's saying, yeah, you continue to evolve, even you're not really a queen yet, but you maybe the queen energy is coming down to you. And it's saying here you're landing at the 4, the Emperor. When we began the reading, you're learning to be the 4, but you have to learn to understand that any imperial energy is wanting to shift and is shifting, and the Justice card is there for that, so that these kind of energies cannot just do whatever they want. And the Emperor reversed in the 4 is saying, unchecked power, being overly pragmatic and rigid, corruption, selfishness, defensiveness, a desire for control, and being stubborn. Right? So you are awakening to something that's saying you got to do this completely new. You got to rely on your first experience and not be blinded by people who say, well, we know what we're doing, we have a spiritual message and we've done the spiritual always like this. And it's like, no, it's a new way that's coming and it's replacing this and saying, we're gonna do it our way, we're gonna do it different. And where is it leading you? To the morning dew girl, the number 13, the number 4. You see this? So it's speaking about the melting even of the snow, right? The number 13, again the 4, it's melting the snow, it's letting things drop, is letting things fall, is shifting. It's exactly like I said, like even ice can then turn into the water. I'm not looking what's underneath. Maybe I'll look at it, maybe not. Morning dew girl, face your fears, awareness and consciousness. Awareness and consciousness. So it's leading you to awareness and to a consciousness about all the things that are going wrong with empirical thinking, with the patriarch, and even some of the matriarchs that think they can do whatever they want and that they can just, be the way they have always been, and it's not working anymore. There's something new wanting to come. There's something new that wants to be inspired by you, because you are the age of Pisces and we're going into the age of Aquarius. And the key is in the higher spiritual evolutionary steps. And the number 4 is also the heart chakra, right? The number 4 is also here in the 4 of Swords, in retrieving, in going within, in seeing truly through some of these patterns, seeing truly through things that you understand have sometimes a grip on us, have sometimes a hold on us. And it is a path that you need to go. This path is predestined from November, December, January, February, March, April. So it is a path that you will understand this energy, the Emperor, which is right here at the end of your path, that it's shifting, is changing, and that here the number 4 is we gotta let go. It's almost like, yes, people start to understand the patriarch cannot do whatever it wants to do. We got to change that, we got to shift that. And where it's going, I saw it, Sun in Scorpio, where it's going. What did I say? It began in November in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio. Maybe look back at the reading, the Sun in Scorpio. Maybe there already was a big message for you that is continuing here in this one. So you are evolving, you are growing, you are realizing something very profound, and you will understand it here in Aries, when Aries is letting go the patriarch, letting go of the empirical thinking, of allowing now people to be vulnerable, to be conscious, to be spiritual in their own righteous way. And it's almost like it's framing it. It's framing the Cancer card, is framing this empirical energy, and she's also letting go the healer of healers, right? She's water and water, the Cancer card, the Queen of Cups. She's healer and healer. And here you are realizing this path that is now, right, a path of that you began in November, up the mountain, up, right? You went up and still back into a memory, and you're realizing everything is constantly evolving. And when you look deep into this card, do you see also this movement? It's this star constellation. She drew the star constellation of Scorpio in this Six of Cups, into your childhood, into your memory, into something that you almost are destined to go for, to transform, to shift, and to understand maybe your true origins. Maybe understand that you are coming out of a time of the Pharaoh, time of the Egyptian, the transformation of the butterfly, and that this understanding of bliss and snow, right? This light that's still here. You see that? It's crazy. This behind me, this enlightening feeling of, you know, you flying into love. You're flying into a spiritual awareness. I mean, it's continuous, right? This I just couldn't speak even more about what's happening here, but I've got to stop it at this point, right? That you understand what's happening here, right? You will find the key. And through that key, you will fall in love. You will fly in love. And when you fly in love, you will fall back down into the nest and realize the justice that you can bring into this world, the justice that you, new ideas that you bring down, because these matriarch situations are not working anymore, right? And it's shifting and it's coming down, and it's, people are awakening, people are truly awakening. And here it is, the beginning of your journey, right? The beginning of your journey comes to the end of the journey. It's always when you take a journey, you shifted so much that when you come back to your apartment, you look at the apartment in a completely different perspective, but it's still the same apartment. Okay, that's it. I hope I see you in the next reading. We have here Capricorn, right? The next month, the Capricornian energy, the darkest month of the year. Until then, I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.